Hello and welcome once again to Betty's Musings. My name is Elizabeth Omori, and today I'll be talking to you about third party in marriage. Now, when we talk about third party, I think the definition of third party really is when there is someone or something outside of one and two. So, husband and wife is one and two. So, a third now becomes anything outside of that one and two, husband and wife. So, when we have, some an involvement that is an idea or a person outside of a marriage or a relationship, that is a third party. So, third party marriage is actually any other thing outside of your marriage. Now, we are used to thinking that third party involvement is actually uh, just a human being, or let's say a friend, a family, someone, one auntie, one uncle that, comes to, poke nose into a marriage or comes to give their own opinion. But is that really all there is to third party? How about the fact that we have what we call the third party of the mind, where a spouse assumes in their head a certain opinion about their, you know, about their spouse. And many times that opinion or that mindset can come as a result of experiences that they've had in the past, people that they've been involved with in the past, things that have come their way. So they begin to see their spouse have not done certain things, but they are beginning to build an opinion for certain things in their marriage. And you realize that most times these things have been known to cause issues in marriage. I want to give you just this is a short story in my book. Let me just read it real quick and then we'll talk about it. It says here that Felicia, a native girl from Plateau State, and Bode, a young man from Moshun, fell in love and got married. Felicia, who loves her husband dearly, has never had a good relationship with her mother in law because she was told before marriage that people from Oshobo are witches who set out to destroy their children. To make matters worse, a prophet told her that her mother in law was a witch. So everything she did, even drinking a cup of water, looked like witchcraft deployed to destroy her marriage. She blamed everything that was wrong in her marriage on her mother in law. Her mother in law, of course, felt uncomfortable visiting her son, and in turn, Bode was not happy with his marriage. As Felicia was always seeking for the voice of prophets and pastors, she invited a pastor to her house. Unlike what she was used to hearing, the pastor told her to love her mother in law if she wanted to enjoy her marriage. She was shocked and felt this pastor must be false. He explained to her that she needed to discard all the things she had assumed of her husband's people and accept him and his family if she wanted to have peace. After much struggle, she decided to try it out and made an effort to change her attitude towards his people. Needless to say, her marriage has blossomed. Now, there are so many people who are like Felicia, who, before they got married, they've already heard the worst, the absolute worst. This is just an instance now about mother-in-laws. That mother-in-laws are usually selfish, they're usually wicked. They want to cause confusion, they want to hold on to their sons, and so because of that, when they come into the marriage, they come with like I'm not going to allow anything like that. I mean, well, the person that you think you're worrying with, maybe that woman is actually very loving and kind, but instead of it to interpret her lovingness and her kindness as something good, you interpret it as her trying to cause issues in your home. Now, that will only make you have um issues with her son, which is the husband, and the husband always feel like, say, why are you always so? Why can't you just deal with my mother in a different way? Why must there be issues in the home? The man already feels as if he cannot stay at home. He already feels as if my house is unbearable because the two people that he's supposed to love so much, his mother and his wife, are at loggerheads or something wrong. Meanwhile, these are things that could have been avoided if, from the word go, that preconceived, that third party of assuming that, mother-in-laws are bad was not carried into the marriage by the wife. Now, that's just one scenario. There's so many other scenarios where it could be from the man, where he thinks that, oh, when because of things that they've said about people's a tribe, for instance, they say these tribes are usually they are usually unfaithful. And then he has married someone from that tribe and he feels just because she does something, he feels, that is it. They want me. Or I used to see this thing. You've carried, because I tell people, no matter how much somebody wants to say something, if your spirit does not accept it, does not take it in, it will not have that power over you. So it means that two things: you have to renew your mind, your mindset, how you think about certain things, and that can actually be, you doing a whole lot of things, maybe cutting off certain kind of friends, an association. It could be, discussing so much about your issues to people, your marital issues with family, friends, wherever. It could be, you not being in certain circles because you need to put your mind in a particular frame to make your marriage thrive, to make your marriage thrive. Because if you carry that mindset into your marriage, you will always be questioning your spouse. Now, I mean, this my book is filled with so many relatable stories like that. If you actually want to read more, you can actually click on the link in my bio and get a copy. It's about 150 pages. I'm sure it will bless you. So now, there's some questions that you must ask yourself truthfully if you're dealing with this. And one of it is there any in-law you do not relate with because of a preconceived notion, because of something that you have carried about them? And if there is, you might want to take a step back and say, oh, um, how am I doing? Reevaluate that situation and ask yourself whether you're actually dealing righteously with that person or dealing in the right way, for another word. Another one, the question you have to ask yourself: is there an opinion about your spouse that you have allowed to affect your relationship with him or her? You must be willing to answer those questions truthfully. If there are, for instance, I give you myself for an example. When I was cutting my husband, I was told that Edo men are very, they're diabolic and things like that. So when I was loving my husband, I just felt, this love is too much. He must have done juju for me. That's my childish thinking. But then I had to now realize that, you know what? That's just all garbage. I'm not going to allow myself carry something into my home, and because someone has said, or some people have said that tribe is not good, or this tribe is like that, or people like this, men are like this. Some people say men are scum and women are scum, or things like that. You carry it into a relationship, you're not ready to have a successful union. So this video was not to take much of your time. It's just for you to just reevaluate what third party really is, whether it be a physical presence or a mindset that requires changing. I hope this blesses you. Till I see you in another video, till I come your way in another video, do have a blessed one. Bye. Please check out a copy of my ebook, Squeezing the Sweet Nectar of Your Marriage. It's loaded with case studies, things to examine your relationship with, short stories that are very relatable, that can help you understand topics better. And for those who are Bible believers, lots of Bible passages as well. It's for people who are seeking to improve their marriage, resolve conflict, and use for premarital counseling. So above 150 pages, and I'm sure it would be worth your while.
You can also follow me on my Instagram page at BettysNewBeginnings. Thank you so much for staying tuned to the very end of this video. Hopefully we'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share. You'll be helping someone, or you could also be improving your own relationship and marriage.